Um, yeah, yeah. If I'm laughing, then it's probably because of something happened in Dalo's stream. Something hilarious happened, or me like putting in an effect, putting a command, an effect command into her stream. All right, let's see. Charlie Brown. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm dying. Anyways, let's start reading before I start dying in laughter again. All right, let's see. Kings Canyon. Once a simple settlement on the planet Solus, dating back to the earliest expedition to the frontier. Ooh. The island known as Kings Canyon didn't thrive until a century later, when the now defunct IMC built several outposts centered around scientific research and development. In fact, it's rumored that the INC conducted experiments using phase shift technology here. Although explorers have yet to find any evidence that proves this, to blow off steam, IMC soldiers stationed here would compete in gladiator-esque combat in an area they nicknamed Thunderdome. Years later, when the Syndicate commissioned the rebuilding of the island of Kings Canyon as the home of the newest blood sport, they insisted Thunderdome remain untouched. A tribute to the earliest known predecessor of what we know today as the Apex games, founded by Kuben Blisk of the Apex Predators. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's see. Kings Canyon Battle Charge. Native to the frontier, Leviathans roam the majority of the planets that contain rich vegetation. Although classified as omnivores by the IMC's Animal and Wildlife Research Division, these 400-meter tall creatures mainly consume fruits and vegetables as their primary diet. The majestic Leviathan may seem intimidating due to its gigantic size, but they are hardly aggressive. Considered only dangerous when in close proximity to highly populated areas due to overwhelming power for their movement to protect research facilities, cities, and colonies near Leviathan territories. The IMC developed repulsor towers, dog whistle towers, to emit high-frequency sounds that only Leviathans could hear, which kept the creatures at a safe distance. If a tower were to fall, please evacuate quickly. Your life may depend on it. Okay, yeah. Leviathans. Very interesting creatures. And this is the new version. This is the newer version. Okay. Remember, we got caught in the cage. You took all the blame. And when I asked why, you whispered in my ear, "For you." And right there in the Doma, you kissed me. And now the dome is gone, like it was never here. I didn't think it was possible to turn around and find something you love isn't there anymore. You'd think I'd have learned at least that by now. But I'm thick in the head, as you used to say. And when the time came for me to step up, do something for you, I chose wrong. And I'll regret that decision until the day I die. The accident's behind you now. I get that. But in case you heard about Kings Canyon and your life flashed before your eyes like mine, I wanted you to know you're still here, Nick, at my side, in my heart, in my ear, on the tip of my tongue, and you always will be. Hope to hear back. Understand if I don't. Understand if I don't. I hope you and Michael are well, and I pray you find peace, Nick. That above all else is what matters the most. All my love, Makoa. Who is Makoa? Um, default image. Okay. Boyd Walker. The following is a partially transcribed report discovered during construction of the Kings Canyon Apex Games. 3528 on underscore 27 security guard Vart reported on record that a blank trespasser infiltrated Kings Canyon facility blank at 1900 hours. We had be told the whole campus was cleared by order of blank when we began blank. It's important to note blank the trespasser used in unknown tech to blank. I haven't seen anything like blank since my temporary assignment on blank P blank net. Typhon. I think it's Typhon. Yes. Planet Typhon. Yeah, Planet Typhon. I can tell. Planet Typhon. We proceed with our orders to completely blank the entire underground blank, but request further instruction from the RS division. Who was she? Yeah, from the IMC RS division. Huh. Oh shit! I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. All right. Okay. This is Mirage. It's always Mirage. Mirage. What do you put in your hair? Mirage, how many trophies do you have? Mirage, will you marry my whole family? They love you. But this is the first time I've been asked about my pork chops. It's an old wit family delicacy. Delicacy food recipe passed down from my great grandmother, Griswit. Start with the glaze. 90 milligrams Dijon mustard, 110 milligrams honey, 30 milligrams maple syrup, a pinch of cinnamon, pinch of ground cloves. Squeeze some fresh pineapple in there if you can find some. Mix that baby up good. Take the pork chops and salt them and pepper them in light cayenne. Then sear those streets in hot oil. Next, smother them darlings in the glaze and pop those lovely in the oven at 190 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes, or just make sure it's cooked. And you've got my mom's favorite meal. But don't tell anyone. It's a family secret. Hopefully I got it right. Thanks for playing in the System of Right event. Thanks for playing the Old Ways event. Here we are. You want my opinion of the FNG? I'm fresh out of those. Got some facts though. What you think? Just cause I've only known her a day, that I don't know this girl? Trust me, I have 4 brothers. I know this girl slinks in through a crack in the wall, talks their two-faced way in and out of anything. Half of her is always in shadow, no matter how well lit the room is. Gee, was that light red, officer? Gosh, the sun was in my eyes. First, she blows Revenant to Kingdom Come, then barks orders at us. I did what I had to do. I detained the target. Even with my peacekeeper at her head, she says she can explain everything. I'm sure she can. Yeah, I'm sure she can. Then I got Mirage saying, go easy on her. Man, if they had a half a brain, they'd be considered gifted. Damn. I know this is Bangalore right here. This is Bangalore talking. The drop ships arrived. The syndicate rep with a platoon of specters on one side, Hammond's head, Hammond's head legal eagle with her in, entourage on the other. Bat those lashes at someone who actually cares, 'cause it ain't those men made of a metal. It ain't the mercs whose island you just blew up, and it's sure as Shinola ain't me. You think I'm going to help you? Oh shit. You think I'm gonna help you up? It'll be a cold day in hell before I ever help a common criminal like you. Okay. I debriefed the reps on what went down, but Syndicate Boy says it's not necessary and helps the perp up. He calls her Miss Andrade, treats her like loyalty. He even apologizes. He apologized to the lunatic who just blew up his island. Corset speaking a mix of a few languages to confuse things. I asked Octane to translate what he could. He says she's a jewel thief, an underground celebrity as she attempts to sweet talk him. She smiles and purrs and touches his arm. The woman from Hammond says Corset's lying. Finally, some much needed estrogen. She asks her assistant for a file and reads from it. Turns out Eyeshadow's family was murdered. She wants revenge. This part is true. You can tell from the fury in her eyes. Eyelashes slams the file shut. As Octane translates, she wants to know how Hammond knows this. They speak in whispers while File Girl keeps looking at me and Octane. Hammond's doing their homework. Wonder why. Hammond addresses us legends, announces Loba Andrade as the newest Apex legend. The hell she is. I realize I just said that out loud. All eyes are on me now. You only got time to chamber a single round. I need to get it right. Yeah, this is Bangalore also talking. Okay. Here's another one of my favorite pictures. I respect authority, but I'll be demand if this laced-up pair of thigh highs is rewarded for an act of terrorism. It took out our blood, sweat, and tears to get here. She commits crimes, bats her baby browns, and now she's in the games? I expected this from Syndicate Boy in both of his heads, but woman to woman, I expect more from Hammond. Lova's smirking, and I want to slap it off her face so hard her teeth land on Talos. Damn. Hammond explains Miss Andrade has a loyal cult following, and watching her exact revenge is ratings gold. If I have a problem with Loba, I'm free to express that during our matches as violently as I want. I can feel the rage rushing to my face as Loba and her grin approach. She says we got off on the wrong foot. May the best woman win. She holds out her manicured hand, and if she thinks I'm touching that thing, she's crazier than I thought. I walk away, past Octane, who's been cornered by File Girl. He's saying something about being thirsty, but I don't pay attention until File Girl pulls Loba aside. Says her name's Yoko. Her boss knows what Loba is really after, and they can make a deal. That's when I realized the battle may be over, but the war just begun. This is my house, my rules, and my new mission is clear. Send Loba Andrade back under the rock she crawled out from. Here's a fun fact. If you think you're dying, it can kill you. It's true. If that squishy sack of meat you call a brain is so convinced of it, you can die of shock. Even if the rest of you is shambling along just fine. I drowned like that once. My brain telling me a skin suit can't survive underwater that long, and my organs freezing up, paralyzed in fear. Organs I didn't really have anymore. Still felt it. Though lucky me, I know better now. This time, when I wake up at the bottom of a lake, I'm just wet and pissed off. There's a lot of quote unquote me down here, copies of my body, most of them crushed under rubble and lizard bones. Right, Skulltown took a tumble, and I guess there was a whole factory full of me under it. I found spares. Yeah, I found spares in weirder places, usually when I wake up in one. But but how the hell did I get down here? Huh. Huh. Right, the girlie shot me. I think this is Revenant talking now. This is Revenant talking. Yeah, I remember her. Took a minute. I have a lot of footage to sort through up here, so many targets. But she's got dear old daddy's eyes. Had a good look at him when I snapped his neck and dropped him 10 stories. And when you're mostly a computer, you can do a nice side-by-side comparison. She's not the first to come looking for revenge. I've had plenty of skin suits throw their lives away, avenging their precious loved ones. Oh, they try their voices cracking and hands shaking while they hold a gun on me and rattle off their whole pathetic life story. Make a corpse and you'll get some flies that they're all easy to crush. Of course, most of them don't destroy half an island trying to get to me. Only a couple of them knew about my spares, and none of them ever made me slide into one. She's a fragile little fly, just like the others. I'll pull her wings off eventually, but for a day or two, this could be interesting. You can only trust those who know are liars. I used to think differently back when I was working as a simple computer engineer. A straight edge job with no bumps. I could go in, do what I asked, and leave. I rarely doubted the loyalty of those who worked alongside me. I didn't really care until the contract came in. In a service order from QW Initials. That's all I know. Damn. That's all I know of the person who took my life away from me. And that is why I am here now. That is why I did what I did to get into the games. But my skill is why they let me remain. And it appears the same is true for you. Lova, Jawa. So tell me, one liar to another, what brings you here? Oh yeah, this is Lova's bio or something. Yeah. Yeah, this is Loba talking. The strength it must take for a child without their keen to survive alone is mighty. This tale is filler with sights of mit own. I'm not without a minute absent. The thoughts of Johan and Brigida, no matter how small, there are many trials one must face throughout their journey to Valhalla's end. I can see it in your eyes that you, Android Fighter, have the courage to slaughter the vigor and climb to your rightful place over those who wronged you. Alright, this is Bloodhound talking. It would be an honor to fight alongside someone with the passion of fire that burns 1,000 suns. Demonios is your path. Mine is my own, and only in battle are we tested. We may look different, we may be different, but with blood and sand, we are the same. I welcome you to the fight. Shall we meet again? When you're after a big prize, you don't just walk in and take it. First, you have to do the legwork. The legwork. I can't say I was pleased with how deep Jamie dug into my past. A lady deserves her privacy and her secrets, but I can't argue with results. He found out so much about this demonio that took all I ever loved from me. Not enough. And a lot of it made no sense, but it was enough to get started. So I followed the demonio to Talos. I stayed hidden, watching his every step. He's worse than I remembered. Somehow he uses some dark power to change others into his shadowy slaves, and all the little friends he's made are happy to oblige him. I kept watch. I followed the leech Jamie dug up. I made a plan, then I made a move. It isn't easy, I just make it look that way. Okay. Unfortunately, some jobs don't go according to plan. I was careless. Too attached. I found what I was looking for, but in the heat of the moment, I didn't think about extra security. By the time I realized what I'd done, the prize was gone, and my hard work went with it. But Lova Andrade doesn't run with her tail between her legs. I've been invited to join the games. I must admit, since I've been here, I've noticed some lovely treasures just waiting to be snatched. Huh. Destroying the demonia one pile of a scrap at a time isn't practical, but it will feel good. And I just received a very interesting proposition. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just stop there for now. I'll continue reading. Maybe a little bit more. If not, after I finish the battles. Um, if not, if not after I finish like as many battles as I can on Apex, then I'll probably just maybe read another portion tomorrow when I start streaming. Yeah, because I want to get some battles in, and I'm already 28 minutes into the stream, just me reading. So yeah, I think I'll just stop here for now. So I stopped at, yeah, I stopped here at Stalking Prey. No, I stopped here. Yeah, I stopped here at Taking in Stride. So I'll start with Destination Unknown, I guess tomorrow, and see how much I can read.